I watched an interview on the Today Show today with an American missionary who is stationed in Italy. As you know, at this point in time, Italy has had the most deaths from COVID-19 of any country in the world. The interviewer asked her, "How are you holding up during this time? How are you getting through this?" And she said, "I am choosing faith over fear and peace over panic. I choose faith over fear and peace over panic." Let me tell you the opposite situation. I know a lady who the other day drove at 7 a.m. in the rain to one of these shopping warehouse clubs, and she was trying to buy toilet paper. There was a line out the door, and as she was standing in the checkout line, she looked around at the other people, and she saw panic on everyone's faces. There's a lot of fear and a lot of panic right now. At a meal today, I was telling my wife, we are living in an era unlike any other we've experienced in our lives. How are we going to respond? How are we going to respond? In this video, I want to explore how to choose peace over panic. When I started these Reboot Camp videos, I was mainly thinking of using this time of isolation to become better at our faith for when things get back to normal. But I'm realizing that we need the best of our faith right now, right here, and we need it later also. Cecil Taylor Ministries is focused on teaching Christians how to live a practical 7-day faith. So in each devotional, I will state a faith problem and recommend a remedy and how to put it into practice. This is number 6 of the 12-part series. No one said there would be math in this video, but this isn't really math as much as an equation of how life really truly is. Event plus response equals outcome. We don't choose the events of our lives. They happen. The COVID-19 pandemic is happening. We didn't choose it, but it's here. We can't completely control outcomes either. However, we can steer toward a preferred outcome through the one element we can control, our response. We choose a response. You know, we spend a lot of time in our lives blaming events for the responses we take. Here's some examples. She did that to me, so of course I had to do that to her. Or, of course I feel this way. If this were happening to you, wouldn't you feel the same way too? Or, I can't help it. How can we stop acting like victims? How can we have a more productive way of choosing our responses? The Bible has another equation for you. Paul writes it in Philippians 4. Event plus prayer equals peace. Don't be anxious about anything, he says, any event, any feeling, any fear. Instead, with thanks and confidence, lay everything you fear at the feet of Jesus. And somehow, the peace of God will be with you to overcome every circumstance. You may say, well, it's easy for Paul to say that. But you know, he wrote that while he was under arrest with a death sentence over his head. Paul doesn't say you're going to get the outcome you want. He does say that you will receive a peace that triumphs over circumstance, a peace that isn't logical, a peace that doesn't make sense. This is the peace we're looking for, the long-term peace of God. So you know what we need to do? We need to pray more. We need to pray with thanksgiving and confidence and tap into that long-term peace. And this is how we choose our response. This is how we choose faith over fear and peace over panic. May you do so during this COVID-19 pandemic and beyond.